Gerry, can you tell us who Camlaren Mine Development is?
Camlaren Mine Development is a company that began in 1996, small, very small, one scoop tram, one machine, and doing very small projects. We are based in central Alberta.
So what unique talents do you bring to Lake Victoria?
Well, I bring a lot of experience in small mines and narrow vein underground mining. And narrow vein mining is almost something that just isn't being done in Canada anymore. It used to be done in the 70s and in the 80s. And hopefully with the price of gold and silver going back up, we'll see some more of it. But as I see it, mining is it's a transportation problem. Everyone sees it as breaking rock, but that's about 10% of it. The rest of the job of mining is getting the ore to the mill in an economic fashion. I haven't met other people who can do the broad spectrum of things needed in a small operation, and I don't know really why, but I think because for most people, for most men working in a mine, it's just a job. But to me, it was fascinating. It was always fascinating, after you blast it around and you clear out the rock, you're standing in a place that no human being on earth has stood in from the beginning of time. I always wanted to know more and experience more, and it was always a lifelong dream to own my own mine, which was kind of silly, but I finally did it. I actually did it.
Well, in the marketplace, are your talents really that unique or hard to find?
I don't really want to say that, but I haven't met another person that has my level of skill, because I'll guarantee you I'm going to hire him one way or another as soon as I can. That's the other benefit of working in small operations, because you don't have departments. You don't have an environmental department. You don't have a warehouse department. Everybody has to be able to do everything. And when you are in a supervision position in small operations, you're the guy. You need parts ordered, you do them. You have a safety issue, you deal with it. And that's where experience is built from.
Have you ever been to Africa? Have you ever operated in Africa before?
At this point, I haven't been to Africa. My experience has been in northern Canada, and that's about as far from services that we take for granted as you can get, really. I'm able to do welding, machining, and repairing of most anything in the mining area, and when the option is flying a piece of equipment to a city to do this, I'm able to do it on site.
So how do you feel Africa compares to the fact that all your experience has been in northern Canada?
I view Africa kind of as the same kind of workspace, and any parts or equipment availability that you have there, well, that's just icing on the cake. But that said, Africa has a lot of things going for it that would make a job a whole lot easier. For one thing, a mining-friendly government. That counts for a lot. Another thing, roads. I haven't had that luxury very often, and they got some roads over there. Climate's easier to operate in, and lack of harsh conditions, it lowers your operating cost. I see these things kind of as a great benefit compared to what I'm used to dealing with.
Gerry, what is your mandate in accordance with the agreement that you have with Lake Victoria Resources? How would you sum it up?
Well, my job, as I see it there, is to create from the ground up a functioning mine and a mill, and that'll output a gold doré product. My focus is to be able to do this without spending a pile of investors' money and get a return cash flow back to them. That's what I see my mandate to be.